Preview appointments are a mistake because most agents do them wrong. Hi there, it's Kevin Ward, the founder of Yes Masters Real Estate Success Training, helping you get more yeses and more successes in your business and in your life. And this is a question today that I get asked, and that a lot of people out there talk about doing, and that is getting a preview appointment with a for sale by owner. And the title of this video is why for sale by owner preview appointments are a huge mistake. First, let me say it this way, and that is that preview appointments are a mistake because most agents do them wrong. So inherently, there is nothing wrong or necessarily a mistake about going to visit a for sale by owner to preview their property. But there are things that we do and ways we approach it that make it a huge mistake. And that's what I want to talk about in this video, is how to not let preview appointments be a huge mistake, and that you can do them in ways that are effective. But most of the stuff that I hear and I see out there on YouTube or Facebook and the groups and all that kind of stuff, most of the stuff I'm hearing is, and most of the training that I've seen, and I hack a lot of it, is bad. And it makes previewing a for sale by owner a huge mistake. So here is why previewing a for sale by owner is a huge mistake. Number one, it's a huge mistake because it's BS if you're pretending to have a buyer. So if you're using one of those scripts that goes like, well, I want to come see if it's a fit for one of my buyers. I want to preview it because I may have a buyer, that kind of stuff. If you are pretending that you have a buyer, that is crap. That is dishonest. It is deceptive. And you want to actually win their trust and get them to hire you when you start out with a lie? Come on. I hope I don't have to say anything else about that. So number one, it's a huge mistake if you're pretending to have a buyer. That is total BS. Don't do that. The second reason it's a huge mistake to do a preview appointment is because you're actually training the seller not to hire you. That's right. Think about it. If you talk to a for sale by owner, and they go like, well, we're not going to list, but if you have a buyer, you can bring them. You go, okay, cool. Let me come see if it works for one of my buyers. Set up a preview appointment and you go. That script right there, one, if you don't have a buyer, then it's BS. Number two is the moment you do it and you approach it that direction, then what you've just told them is, you don't need to ever list with me. You don't ever need to hire me because if I have a buyer, I'll bring them. That's what we're training them. And it's the craziest thing to me that we don't think about what is the message, what is the outcome of what we say. And if we say, well, if I have a buyer, I'll bring them. I'm going to come preview your house to see if it works for them. You're telling them that you don't need to list with me because if I have a buyer, I'll bring them. And they've been telling all the other agents that have been calling them and talking to them, they're like, we're not going to list it, but if you have a buyer, you can bring them. We'll pay you a commission. Okay, well, thank you very much. That's awesome. All right. So what we're doing is we're training them to not hire us, when the reality is that's a mistake for them. It is a mistake for them because when they say, I'll hire you if you bring, I'll pay you if you bring me a buyer, but I'm not going to list. Number one, they're already working against themselves because now they're only going to work with you bring a buyer. Well, you're representing the buyer. Your legal fiduciary responsibility is to help your buyer get the lowest price on that house, the best terms and price for the buyer. So that means that you're telling them, for them, that the only people they want to work with are the agents whose job it is to help them get less money, not more money. Isn't that interesting? Why would you train them to think that way? See, let all the other agents, all the other amateur agents, the untrained agents or the poorly trained agents go in with that angle. And when you understand that, you can go in with a totally different message and a totally different outcome. And you can inspire them to hire you because you can get them a better result. And because you're going to represent their best interest to help them get the most money in their pocket. Okay, so the third reason that it is a huge mistake to use a preview appointment to get your foot in the door with a for sale by owner is because it is value, not rapport, that will make them hire you. And one of the common reasons given for why you should do a for sale by owner preview appointment is because you want to just get there where you can meet them and you can build rapport with them. And then once you build rapport with them, then they're going to hire you. Well, see, here's the deal. Very rarely does a for sale by owner go like, okay, you know what? If I like you enough, I'll pay you a big commission. I just need rapport with you. That's really what I need. Give me some rapport and I'm good. I'm good. No, they don't want rapport. They want value. The reason they don't want to hire you is not because they don't like you. It's because they think you're going to be an expense for them. And so when you go in, you're trying to build rapport. You're not doing the thing that they want, which is helping them put more money in their bank account. So the preview appointment in most of the time is self-defeating because agents don't know how to do it. So now, if you're going to do it, okay, well, first, when should I do it? Here's the only time you should ever do a preview appointment. If you use my scripts from the book of Yes, and you master them, and you use the for sale by owner script, and they will not meet with you. You cannot get a logical conversation with them, or they won't give you the time of day. They won't listen to you. They won't let you have a conversation with them. Then a preview appointment may be the only way you can actually get a conversation with them. So that is the only time that I would say a preview appointment is legit. Okay? And when you get it, here's how you get it. You let them know, look, I'm not looking for a specific buyer. I just like to know everything that's on the market because you never know. Right? So I'm being totally honest. I'm not coming to see your house because I have a specific buyer for your house. Okay, I just want to know, I just like to keep up with everything that's happening in the real estate market. I like to know what's out there, and you never know what could happen. Now, I'm not giving them any indication that I'm bringing them a buyer. I'm not training them to not hire me. Okay, and then when I go on the preview appointment, I am not going to try to do a bait and switch and turn it into a listing appointment because you're not going to get a decision. You're not going to get a signature. You're not going to get them to hire you on the spot. And if you do that, it's going to be your only shot. Okay, so what you're going to do is I'm going to use it to find their motivation and then to get a real appointment. That's why I want to do it. How do you do that? Use the for sale by owner script. While you're there, I'm just digging in, finding more about why they're moving, how soon they want to be there, and then I'm going to ask them a very simple bottom line question. If I could help you get as much or more money in your pocket after commissions and everything than you could do by doing it yourself, would you be willing to at least have a conversation about that? If I could help you get a better result, would you talk to me? That is a straightforward, honest question because here is the beautiful, powerful reality that most real estate agents still don't know because they don't know how to do it. And that is that you can actually help a for sale by owner get more money in their pockets even after your commissions than they can do by doing it on their own. If you're in a seller's market, in a market like many of us are in, for sale by owners can actually sell it themselves. Not a question. Trying to convince them they can't sell it themselves is BS because they can. But when they do it, a lot of times they're going to lose money. A lot of times they're going to run into hassles they don't know about. But the main thing they think about is money, and you can help them get a better result if you know how to do it and then you know how to communicate to it. So in this video, I just wanted to lay out for you a framework of saying, let's get a better result. Now, if you want more to find out more about that, I'm going to put a link in the description of the video below so that you can find out more about my advanced training on for sale by owners and expireds. It's called FX Extreme. If you want to master these conversations, and more importantly, you want to master leading them to say yes to you without the BS, leading them to say yes to you, inspiring the hire so that you can help them get a better result. They get a better result, they make more money, and you get paid. Then click on the link in the description below, and that'll help you. I'd like to know what you think about the video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you have questions or comments, make sure you post those down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, and click on the link if you think you want more to help yourself master for sale by owners and expireds.